Today we're going to show you the features and capabilities of the BrickStor high-speed data recorder, or HDR for short. So right now I have a high-speed data recorder, and you'll notice that I have this extra recorder tab showing up here. So I can see my different sessions. Right now I have this sample recording session showing up here, and this is a test pattern we've generated for 5 minutes of data with 229 channels. In this particular case, we're using multicast UDP, but we support unicast as well, so you can capture this or use this to capture radar data, RF data, network captures. So very flexible. And in this particular case, we have a 7 terabyte recording for that 5 minutes and over 3 million packets per second with 915 million packets. So in here, in this particular unit, we have 12 pools, and this recording, has been spread out across those pools. We can see the capabilities of each of these pools. So we do tests to see the write and read performance of each drive, in this particular case of the NVMe drives in this. So depending on what drive you choose, you're going to get different performance in these recorders. What's also exciting about the way that high-speed data recorder works is you can aggregate multiple recorder units together. So this is just one unit. However, you could put 2, 3, or more units together to aggregate the amount of concurrent bandwidth you can record, as well as the total storage capacity you want to have available to you. And it's all managed through a single hub user interface. And then you also have your network links for recording. So in this case, I have 400 gig network links in this particular data recorder unit, and they're all enabled for recording. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you that I have this session here, and I'm going to get ready to play this back, actually. So we can actually play back this recording, and we can see what's going on here. We have all the information about what's there. We can see what sockets we're going to be playing on. So these are all the multicast channels, as well as the estimated data rates from 1 megabit for the low data rate to 900 megabit for a medium data rate channel. We see that's all in this case coming from the one unit, and we see what network interface we're going to be playing those over here. And you can see the network links here too. So now we're going to go log into the other data recorder we have over here to record this data that we're going to play back onto the network. So I'm going to log in and go to the recorder tab. And in this case, I'm going to start a recording session here. So it's going to start that recording. You can add those channel files from a file, so you can upload a CSV file, or you can actually copy them to the clipboard from the other thing and paste them here. So, and you can even create a preset. So in this case, I'm going to copy the socket config from here with all those channels. I'm going to paste it to here. So now you can see that we have that equivalent channel configuration that we're listening for. We can even add a preset. So I'm going to call this my demo preset. Let's say we want to do that. We can do that as well. I'm going to save the preset. And now if we go back to here, we're ready to record. So I'm going to start the recording here for a minute. And it shows me that that's starting to spin up. So it's 229 seconds, but right now it's not active because we haven't started the playback. So now I'm going to go over here and start the playback. So this is initializing. And now it's playing. So we can see the 229 sockets are active now, and we can see that waveform go over here. So just over 200 gigabits. We're actually about 218 gigabits per second here. And so now if we go over to here, we can see that data is coming in. In this particular case, because it's a test pattern, we're verifying all the packets to make sure it's lossless and we're not dropping even a single packet. And so we can see what's happening in real time and monitor the statistics of what's going on. And we can also see we have less than 10 milliseconds of latency or slip distribution between the playback and the record here. And we can actually see all the channels and what's going on here. Well, by this, we can look at the links and how much data they're each recording, and then also by pool. So a lot of information and statistics we can grab from here, and it'll stop automatically after the minute. So now we have all the information. We can see all the data. There is no loss. We can see all this stuff, and it's also exportable. So we can print this off into a PDF where we get all this information if we wanted to hand that to somebody, or the statistics can be exported via CSV, and we can re-record, or we could even go ahead and play this back from this recording as well. So there's a wide variety of ways you can use this. You can play back data. You can also export the data too. So maybe I want to export this recording via SCP or NFS to another thing. This allows you to export the data so that you can use other analytics and tools like MATLAB or whatever to analyze the information and data that's been recorded as well. If you need more information or like a more deep dive on a demo, please reach out.